Okay, time to question people. Rickard,
So, what do you...
you're looking guilty so far, but what do you got to say? Did you know the victim?
Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences.
Oh, really?
We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech.
Oh, really?
Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife.
Wife you're sleeping with. And, motive for the killing. Interesting. You're business partners? Maybe if you kill him, you get his share?
So, what do you...
Luke said you were limping. Are you hurt?
Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body. But it's nothing that serious.
I want to ask you something else.
So, what do you want to know?
Why would someone want to kill him?
You Jedi are so predictable, always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Bullock guy.
I take offense to that, sir. That's all for now.
Right.
I think I wasn't paying attention to something there. I didn't really catch anything there.
How can I be of further assistance?
Did you know the victim?
I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him.
No one says you killed him yet.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him?
I want to ask you something else.
How can I be...
Why were you out here?
I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran over and found Calder's body lying there.
Do you often run around the plains?
Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speeders.
Speeders.
A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say.
You're holding your side. Are you injured?
Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Yeah.
How can I be of further assistance?
Why would someone want to kill him?
Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time.
Oh, really?
More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him.
That's all for now.
Of course, of course.
Okay, let's see what the droid has to say.
Is there any other information?
What can you tell me about Calder and Handon?
The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past 7 weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettic and Mr. Gold. Is there any other information you need?
Gold. Oh, wait a minute. What'd you say?
The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past 7 weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettic and Mr. Gold. Is there any other
Nettic and Gold. Really? You hate speeders? What do you find about Calder and Rickard?
According to the municipal authorities near the Darrow spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in the cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusov was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuta was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any information? Very well. I will be here to...
Okay, okay. What have you got to say? Let's discuss the murder. We know Rickard lied about the sun blinding him while he was shooting, but we need more to go on. Let's examine the relationship of each man with the victim. Hannon told me he barely knew the victim. On the other hand, Rickard and the victim were business partners. However, according to Rickard, they got along quite well. On the surface, neither man seems to have a motive for killing Calder. Hannon is lying. Why do you believe that? He had rented a speeder with Calder. Company's record did say that Calder and Hannon had rented a land speeder together several times. This shows that he did, in fact, know the victim, but this hardly counts as a motive for murder. I'm afraid I can't accept your judgment on this point. Supposition does not equal evidence. If you're unable to deduce the facts of this case, I will have to take these men to the enclave and deal with this myself. But since you have talked to the suspects, there's no harm in you trying a bit more. Let me try something else. Rickard is lying. Do you believe that? They had a fight over business matters. It's not unusual for business partners to disagree sometimes, but if you found proof Calder was cheating him, things could escalate to violence. Well, that certainly is a motive for murder. The case is taking shape. However, you mustn't jump to any quick conclusions. Perhaps we should now focus on the murder weapon itself. We're just going to pick that they were both lying. You might want to see what information the witness and the information droid can provide you about the blasting found in the body. Sorry. Brain fart. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, what do you got to say?
So, what do you want?
Rickard, tell me about the weapon. What about the weapon found by the body?
That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used.
Oh, really?
Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had. That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's.
Let me ask you something else.
So, what do you want?
You thought Calder was cheating you.
Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are.
You can deny it, but there was bad blood between you.
Right. So...
Anything else?
Right.
You.
How can I be of further...
What do you know about the weapon found by the body?
That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it.
Oh, really?
I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous calf hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance?
You're looking awful suspicious right now. You knew Calder better than you admit. You were in a speeder with him.
But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him.
Punch his face in? Why?
My wife was cheating on me with him.
Oh.
He slept in my own bed while I was in the next room.
Oh.
But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime.
I want to ask you something else.
How can I be of further...
You wanted to kill Calder for having an affair with your wife.
Knock his block off, maybe, sure, but not kill him. Oh, my. I hope you don't find that incriminating.
Oh, dear.
You know, normally I'm not prone to outbursts like that, but Calder, Mr. Neddick, he was not a very nice person. Not a very nice person to me or my family. I had had my suspicions for several weeks, but had no proof until 2 days ago. It seems Calder was seeing my wife, right under my nose, no less. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to. I was just
Blah,
out.
blah, 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 blah. It's all for now.
Of course.
Okay, his wife. Pretty strong motive now.
Is there any other...
Or they're talking about the weapon, and it's his weapon, so... Is a report of Hendon's blaster being stolen?
I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but that does not seem to be one.
Really?
Is there any other...
Tell me about the weapon you found at the scene.
We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact he did not belong to Boulder. Is there any other...
Oops. What the hell just fell? Okay, we're done for now.
Very well.
Moloch, what do you think? I want to discuss the murder. So you turn about... Maybe you determine about the weapon found by the body. The blaster is Hendon's. He lied about it being stolen. So we have caught Hendon in a lie. Interesting, but I think we may need one final piece of the puzzle. There was a blood sample on the weapon that had been sent back to analysis just before you arrived. Perhaps you can inquire with the information droid about it. If there is anything else you need, I will remain here while you question the witnesses. Let's see. He's limping, but he's holding his side. Do you have anything to say about that? No.
Injured? No.
That's all for now.
Of course. Of course.
Hendon is starting to look like you.
Is there any other...
Tell me about the blood sample.
I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Boulder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded.
Oh, figures.
We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Boulder. Is there any
Well, that
other...
doesn't help.
Very well. I won't be here to assist you.
Do you have anything to say?
How can I be of further
Anything
assistance?
else?
Of course. Of course. Listen, if you need any...
You have anything to say? Wasn't trying to leave.
So, what do you want? Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body. Right.
Yes, is there something... want to discuss the murder. Belongs to the... I assume the blood on the weapon belongs to the victim, but I want to be thorough. What have we learned about the blood on the weapon? It didn't belong to the victim. That's surprising, so the blood must belong to one of the suspects, but which one? I guess Hendon's? Why do you believe that? He is clutching his side. Hendon has been moving oddly since I arrived. Perhaps we should examine him a little more closely. We should have done that from the get-go.
Hey, what are you doing?
There's blood. Hendon appears to have suffered some sort of blaster wound to his side. Seems there is one likely scenario. Rickard killed Calder for cheating him in business. While shooting Calder, he must have also hit Hendon by accident. What? Or it could have been Rickard is the one that was trying to shoot things, and he came after... I should have saved. No, he would have talked about getting hit by a freaking blaster bolt. They are both guilty. A bold conclusion, one most people would not arrive at. But we are not like most people. We are Jedi. Still, I would like to know how you came to this conclusion. We know Calder was cheating Rickard in business, but what possible motive could Handen have for wanting Calder dead? Shows the Calder good looks. Handen admitted that Calder was having an affair with his wife. Yes, well done. Both men had a reason to want Calder dead. This is my theory of this morning's events. Both men knew Calder would be out here this morning and each plotted to kill him. Handen found him first and shot him because of the affair Calder was having with his wife. Shortly after, Rickard arrived on the scene. From a distance, he saw Handen and thought it was Calder, so they shot him in retaliation for the credits Calder had cheated him out of in their business. Handen would have dropped his blaster, the one we found at the scene covered in blood. He probably thought Rickard was going to kill him, so he called us, hoping he could convince us it was Rickard.
Damn you. Damn both of you.
Huh. That is enough. The culpability of both of you in the murder and attempted murder of Calder Neddick is evident. Additionally, Rickard Lusov can be charged with aggravated assault and attempted murder of Handen Gold. They place you both under the arrest of the Jedi Order, and will escort you to the holding facilities of the Jedi Enclave. You have done well here. It is obvious that you've been studying your lessons carefully. I will be sure to inform the Jedi Council of your performance in this little test. I ain't studied nothing. Just amazing. Good day, and may the Force be with you. Oh boy. Shut up. God, that was annoying. Do I get something awesome out of that? 1,300 experience. That's it. I don't even know where I was going now. West. Let's go west. Cowtown. Yeah! Oh God. Everybody needs to die. Oh, yeah, I guess I can turn this back down now. Sorry. 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 Hey, the stun actually worked. Hey, it worked again. Bow. I still need to find the Hatfield somewhere, don't I? I probably should quit, but I'll go a little longer. Just a little longer. Hmm? Sandral Grounds. Oh, I just kind of walk into it, okay. I thought it was like that monument or something. I was like, Excuse me. Alright, Sandrals. Make my day. Or Hatfields. Yes, you guys are the Hatfields. Sandral Droid. Hello.
This is private property. By what authority are you trespassing on this estate?
I come on behalf of the Jedi Council.
The Council? If you are here because of Shen Matale's disappearance, you are wasting your time. The Sandrals are not involved. This is nothing but a Matale witch hunt.
Oh, really? I am not in league with the Matales, but I must speak to Nurik.
Nurik left orders he was not to be disturbed, but given the circumstances, I will make an exception. Go into the main hall. Nurik will meet with you there.
Finally, thank you. By the way, funny that he has an unarmed protocol droid out front. Where the frickin' McCoys had an army of death bots. Peculiar, ain't it?
I have been informed by my protocol droid that you wish to speak to me.
Yes, sir. Your son Cassius is dead. I have seen his body.
Cassius is dead? I was afraid of this. Yet in my heart I knew it must be true. What happened to my son?
Cassius of the Cath Hound chew toy. He was killed by Cath Hounds while exploring the Dantooine ruins.
Cath Hounds? I was so certain the Matali family was to blame. But this changes nothing. My own son is dead. Why should I shed one tear about the disappearance of my bitter enemy's son? I must ask you something, though it is difficult for me. My son had a diary, his private, personal thoughts. Now that he is gone, I have nothing else to remember him by. Please, the diary means more to me than it ever could to you. I will give you 100 credits for its return.
Here's a diary, Nurik, but you may keep your money. I have no reward. I need no reward for this task.
I thank you for this. The diary is all I have left of my son. We have nothing further to discuss. Please, leave me to my grief.
What about the Matales? The McCoys? Huh?